You thought the drama was over. You thought Chrisean Rock and Jr. were the ultimate power couple. Well, hold your horses, because a bombshell just dropped that's got the internet buzzing. And this one's bigger than anything we've seen before. Picture this. You're in the middle of a street, surrounded by chaos, and the person you thought had your back turns on you, leaving you stranded with a whole gang of people you barely know. That's right, Chrisean Rock, the queen of unpredictable moves, has just pulled off the ultimate ambush, leaving Junior high and dry with her crew. That's right. JR, who's been through thick and thin with Chrisean, was left hanging like a kid at the bus stop after prom. No warning, no heads up, just bam. 1 minute, they're a power couple, and the next, he's stuck on the curb with Chrisean's gang and no clue what just hit him. Now, this isn't your average breakup. This isn't some petty we need space kind of drama. No. This is a full-on ambush of epic proportions, the kind of drama that makes the Cottagians look like a peaceful Sunday picnic. This is the kind of chaos that redefines relationships in 2023. Buckle up, because the twists and turns that follow will make your head spin faster than the latest TikTok challenge. And trust me, you'll be hooked until the very last second. So, what the heck happened? Why did Chrisean just leave Junior like a bag of trash on the street? Hold on to your popcorn, because we're diving into this insane roller coaster. Alright, brace yourselves, because this one's about to get real messy. And I mean real messy. You thought you had seen it all with Chrisean Rock's relationship drama? Well, hold up, because what just went down is about to redefine the word betrayal. We're talking about Chrisean leaving her supposed partner in crime, JR, stranded in the streets with her gang crew. Like a bad scene from a crime drama. So, here's the setup. Chrisean Rock and Junior, yeah. The same Chrisean that's always either fighting or making headlines with some outrageous move have been at the center of everyone's conversation for a minute. They were the kind of couple that everyone wanted to root for, even though their relationship was as unstable as a soda can on a roller coaster. The couple that fought, got back together, made public appearances like nothing ever happened, and acted like everything was fine. But let's be real here. Nothing about their relationship was ever actually fine, was it? It was like watching a train wreck in slow motion, where you just couldn't look away, even though you knew it was going to get worse. 1 minute they're hugging it out, the next minute, they're literally screaming at each other. If their relationship were a reality TV show, it'd be unwatchable. Like, you'd need to take a deep breath every 5 minutes. And then, out of nowhere, boom, the ultimate betrayal. Chrisean Rock pulls off the ultimate ambush. 1 minute, Junior is by her side, living his life thinking everything is cool. And then when she dips. And not just like, I'm going to the store and I'll be back in 5. Nah. Chrisean leaves Junior in the middle of a street, surrounded by her gang crew, with no warning, no explanation, just pure chaos. She literally leaves him hanging like a scene straight out of an action movie where the hero gets tossed aside to fend for themselves. Now, I know what you're thinking. What in the world happened? This isn't your typical we need space breakup. This isn't just some minor squabble. They were literally a team. This was a full-on ambush that rocked the internet. And when I say ambush, I mean it was like watching someone get hit with a ton of bricks while they're minding their own business. Here's the kicker. Junior didn't see this coming. No warning, no heads up, just a chilly exit from the woman who he thought had his back. 1 minute they were laughing, and the next, she's just gone, leaving Junior standing there with a group of people he probably barely knew. What happened? Did she just get tired of him? Or was there something deeper going on beneath the surface? The world, naturally, was shook. JR, suddenly left in the middle of the street, had no clue what was going down. And the internet, well, they lost it. Memes flooded every platform. People were jumping to conclusions faster than a TMZ headline. Chrisean Rock pulls the ultimate stunt, one post read. Junior got left for the crew, said another. The reactions, off the charts. It was a spectacle. And everyone was trying to figure out what in the world was really going on. But Chrisean, ever the mystery, wasn't about to just explain herself. Nope. She was enjoying every second of the attention. She didn't need to explain herself. After all, she had her gang, and in Chrisean's world, the crew comes first. But was this really about a gang? Or was it just Chrisean doing what Chrisean does best, throwing chaos into the mix and watching the world scramble for answers? We all know Chrisean can be wild, unpredictable, and honestly, straight up dangerous in her own way. So when she made this move, it wasn't like the world was shocked. It was more like, well, that's Chrisean. But even with all the history of ups and downs, the internet couldn't help but wonder, why now? What triggered this betrayal? Was Junior not enough? Was the relationship doomed from the start? Did Chrisean just want to be queen of her own kingdom, with no one in her way? But here's the real question. How will Junior handle this betrayal? Will he retaliate? Will he speak out and expose the truth? Or is he just going to fade into the background, playing the victim of Chrisean's street ambush? And here's where it gets even wilder. Chrisean, while being the heart of this chaos, wasn't just leaving Junior in the dust, she was leveling up. With Junior out of the picture, it seemed like Chrisean was starting to build something far bigger than a relationship. She was making moves to own the streets, to take control. The kind of control that Junior couldn't even fathom. Chrisean wasn't just out here making headlines for her relationship, she was the story. So, there you have it. JR caught in a whirlwind he never expected, stranded, and Chrisean. She's already got her next steps in mind. She's gone and left him behind. But is this the last we'll see of the Junior and Chrisean saga? Or is this just the beginning of something even more explosive? Okay, hold on to your seats, because things are about to escalate from 0 to 100 faster than a viral TikTok trend. The moment Chrisean Rock left Junior stranded with her gang crew in the street, the internet lit up like a Christmas tree in Times Square. But here's the kicker, this was no average breakup or drama. No. This was Chrisean Rock at her finest, and the world was watching as she took control of the chaos. First off, let's talk about the aftermath. JR, the poor guy, was left there looking like a deer caught in headlights. He had been blindsided, and trust me, his social media told the story. The minute he realized what had happened, Junior was out there posting like crazy, trying to process it all. He shared his frustration, and it wasn't just a post here and there, it was a full-on social media meltdown. People who'd followed the couple were genuinely shocked. JR looked like someone who had been betrayed, and honestly, he was. But in typical Junior fashion, he didn't just let it slide. He went public with everything. His first few posts were as expected, raw, real, and full of emotion. He wasn't trying to be nice or pretend like everything was cool. No, this was an open letter to the world, saying, "I can't believe this is happening." In his posts, he made it clear that Chrisean didn't just leave him in the street, she had left him with her crew. People who weren't his friends, people who didn't have his back. And Junior didn't just talk about how hard he was, he started to question everything about their relationship. The loyalty he thought he had from Chrisean, gone. The teamwork he thought they shared, shattered. But here's the thing. When it comes to Chrisean Rock, the internet doesn't just stand by and watch, it reacts. This wasn't just another celebrity breakup or a low-key street fight. No, this was a freaking storm, and the internet loved it. Memes, tweets, Instagram stories, you name it. They were all over it, mocking JR's situation while trying to make sense of what had just happened. One meme went viral with the caption, "When you thought you were the king of the relationship, but get replaced by the gang," and oh, it didn't stop there. Another post compared Junior to a lost puppy, trying to figure out what went wrong. The memes didn't just stay on Twitter, no. They spread like wildfire across every platform. It was as if the internet was holding a roast in JR's honor. And trust me, there was no mercy. But as savage as the internet was, the real reaction came from Chrisean's side. You see, Chrisean wasn't about to let JR's pity party dominate the headlines. Nope. She stepped into the spotlight with the kind of swagger that only someone like her could manage. Radio silence, not Chrisean. She didn't have time for the drama to slow down her momentum. Instead, she took to her socials, looking unbothered, and honestly, she looked like she was loving every second of the chaos. Her posts were dripping with confidence. She didn't just move on, she leveled up. She was now officially the leader of her own crew. And Junior? Well, he was just an afterthought. Chrisean made sure to remind everyone who was really in charge here. She didn't need Junior. She had her gang, her crew, and her followers. The energy she projected was that of someone who had just been unleashed, and if Junior thought he could keep up with her, he was sorely mistaken. But it wasn't just about the posts. Chrisean was making moves in real life, too. She was out there, linking up with people who could help her rise. People who had her back, not a bunch of guys who could barely keep up with her fast-paced life. She started attending events, collaborating with influencers, and just doing her thing while Junior sat back, looking like a side character in his own drama. In her mind, she was done with the relationship and ready to take over, and the world watched in disbelief. Some fans were loving Chrisean's boldness, saying things like, "She's taking control, no one can stop her." Others, well, they were a bit more skeptical, thinking, is it worth it to leave Junior hanging like that? But that's the thing about Chrisean Rock, she's polarizing. People either loved her for the power moves or they couldn't stand the chaos she created. There was no middle ground, and that's exactly what made the whole situation so entertaining to watch. But just when it seemed like Chrisean was about to move on with a new chapter in her life, Junior wasn't done yet. As his posts started gaining traction, he began to rally the troops, not just for himself, but to get the truth out there. He wasn't going to let Chrisean's version of events dominate the narrative. He started sharing video clips, demos, and even private conversations that painted a different picture than what Chrisean was putting out. JR was starting to get his side of the story into the public eye. And guess what? People were listening. Now, we all know how this game works. Drama sells. Scandal sells. So when Junior started posting these private moments, the public couldn't help but get curious. Did Chrisean really just ditch him without warning? Or was this all part of a bigger plan? Was this a calculated move to get back into the spotlight? The theories began to pile up faster than the likes on JR's posts. But let's be real here, while Junior was trying to clear his name, the world's attention was on Chrisean. She had successfully flipped the script and made herself the center of the story. Even if Junior was speaking out, it was hard to deny that Chrisean was the one who had commanded the conversation. Her power moves were working, and the world was watching her take over like a boss. Meanwhile, Junior, well, he was playing the role of the underdog, but let's be honest, it was starting to feel like he was drowning in the drama. While he tried to get the world to sympathize with him, Chrisean was out there, making moves that had her shining brighter than ever. Was JR's reaction going to be enough to turn the tide? Could he win back the spotlight, or was he just another side character in the Chrisean Rock show? As the story kept unfolding, it became clear that Chrisean wasn't just playing for public sympathy, she was playing for dominance. JR might have had his moment in the sun, but Chrisean was going to make sure the world knew she was on top. The real question was, could Junior bounce back from this savage betrayal? Could anyone? Or was he just another footnote in the epic tale of Chrisean Rock's reign? So here we are, folks, at the aftermath of the most savage ambush the internet has seen in a while. The world watched as Chrisean Rock dropped Junior like a bad habit and left him standing there with her gang crew, looking like a sidekick in his own story. And now, the dust has settled, but the chaos it stirred is far from over. Let's start with the impact on Chrisean. The woman made a statement, and boy, did she do it loud and clear. She wasn't just playing the game, she was changing the rules. This wasn't just a relationship drama anymore. No. This was Chrisean Rock reclaiming her throne, asserting that she didn't need anyone to define her. JR, an afterthought. The crew, her new empire. But here's the thing about ambushes like this, they aren't without consequences. While Chrisean might have walked away with her head held high and her gang, the internet isn't as forgiving as it seems. You see, Fans, the same ones who had once worshipped Chrisean and JR's roller coaster relationship, were now divided into two camps. You had the people who were all in on Chrisean's boss move, saying things like, "She's a queen for not letting anyone hold her back, and she's showing these men what real power is." They admired her for being brutal and unstoppable, someone who knew what she wanted and wasn't afraid to take it. They saw her as a woman who didn't settle. She built her empire from the ground up. Then, you had the others, the ones who couldn't quite swallow the bitter pill that Chrisean had served. They were questioning her morality, her loyalty, and whether she was really the role model she pretended to be. After all, leaving someone in the street with your gang crew, that's not exactly the stuff heroic comebacks are made of. Some even went as far as to say that Chrisean had become too cold and calculated, as if her gang life was becoming more important than human connection. It wasn't just the fans who were weighing in. Celebrities and influencers started taking sides as well. The word was out, and suddenly every talk show, every podcast, and every YouTuber had their opinion on what happened. People wanted answers. Was Chrisean just chasing the fame? Or was she genuinely about empowerment? The discourse was becoming as toxic as the relationship she just walked away from. But hey, that's the price of fame, right? You make your bed, and the internet makes sure to spread the tea all over it. But let's shift focus to Junior, the one left behind in this entire mess. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is Junior going to be the victim of this whole saga? It seemed like the guy couldn't catch a break, but don't be fooled. JR's response was something else. If you thought he was going to sit back and let Chrisean take the spotlight, think again. JR, being the survivor that he is, started hitting back. His social media posts didn't just try to repair his image. They became a call to arms. He went full throttle, exposing details, sharing texts, and showing the world exactly how much Chrisean had mistreated him. It was like watching a revenge plot unfold in real time. And trust me, Junior wasn't going to let this go down quietly. What followed were a series of posts that had everyone scratching their heads. The internet turned on Chrisean, and suddenly, JR's followers skyrocketed. People who had once adored Chrisean's boldness were now questioning her motives. Was she just using Junior as a stepping stone? Was he really the innocent victim here? The narrative started to shift in his favor. But here's the thing, Junior wasn't just playing the victim card for sympathy. No. He was pushing the narrative, his truth, like a chess master, moving pieces around the board. As he posted more of Chrisean's shady behavior, the internet began to question if she had truly been manipulative and self-serving. And let's be real, folks. When Junior started pulling out those receipts, people were eating it up. If he had been quiet at first, he was now shouting from the rooftops. Shocking revelations came to light about how Chrisean had treated him during their relationship. Subtle jabs here, disrespectful behavior there. And it all painted a picture of someone who was more interested in controlling the narrative than in building a real connection. And now, the real bombshell, Junior wasn't done. As the attention shifted, he teamed up with some other influencers and people who were quick to jump on the bandwagon. He became the underdog that everyone rooted for, the guy who had been left behind and was now fighting back. JR's journey from sidekick to main character was a textbook example of how the internet loves a comeback. People were rallying behind him, calling him brave, and, dare I say it, some even started to see him as the hero of the story. Now, let's talk about the long-term consequences of all this. Chrisean Rock might have reigned supreme in the moment, but this isn't the kind of drama that fades away in a few weeks. Oh no, this saga is going to stick with her for a long time. JR, he's got a shot at redemption. But Chrisean, she's now a polarizing figure, loved by some, hated by others. She might have dominated the headlines, but the reality is, the longer this drags on, the more she have to answer for. And answer she will, because the world is watching, waiting to see what move she makes next. The bottom line, this isn't over. Far from it. The Chrisean Rock and Junior saga is a never-ending cliffhanger that the world will keep watching. Will Junior reclaim his throne? Will Chrisean face the fallout of her savage moves? Will they ever be able to move on from this public disaster? Or will the whole situation continue to spiral out of control, leaving both of them with reputations they can't shake? One thing's for sure, this is just the beginning of the Chrisean rock era. And I'm betting you'll be glued to your screens for whatever comes next. But don't get too comfortable, because there's always another scandal lurking just around the corner. Okay. Now that you've heard the crazy details, it's your turn. What do you think? Is Chrisean owning her power moves, or did she go too far in leaving Junior behind? And Junior, is he really the victim here? Or is he just trying to make a comeback? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because we need to know. Whose side are you on? Smash that like button like it owes you money, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss the latest drama. Because trust me, when it comes to celebrity chaos, we're always ahead of the game, bringing you the most explosive moments. Don't forget to share this with your friends after all. Everyone needs to know who's really in control of this whole Chrisean and Junior mess. Stick around, because you won't want to miss what comes next. Celeb ruckus, where scandals don't just break, they detonate. Stay tuned.